basically, I'm going to tell everybody how great I am. What a great job I've done. What a phenomenal job. What a phenomenal job I've done.
What in God's name was that? I'm talking about Trump's low-energy, rambling, idiotic speech to the nation that only made things worse. The speech itself, it was like 20 minutes. Yet markets reversed immediately. The Dow slid, oil spiked, and every allied government in Europe and Asia woke up to the coverage and issued statements that basically amounted to, well, that speech amounted to nothing. And let's talk about the speech, because Donald Trump said that the military has delivered victories like few people have ever seen before. Iran, they were about to get a nuclear weapon like no one's ever seen before. He even said the whole world is watching and they can't believe the power, strength, and brilliance. They can't believe what they're seeing. In Trump's world, I guess no one has ever seen anything ever. He also said that the war is nearing completion after claiming victory. And then he said, we're going to hit Iran extremely hard over the next 2 to 3 weeks. And we're going to bring them back to the Stone Ages where they belong. He also said that discussions were ongoing, and he said that Iran's navy's gone, their air force is in ruins, and that their missile defense is gone. Shortly after the speech ended, by the way, Iran launched another missile attack on Israel. Bahrain issued a warning for their residents to head to the nearest shelter. What reality is he living in? Now, I do have to give him some credit. He did open the speech by congratulating some good news that NASA on Artemis 2, which, again, this was supposed to be a war speech, but he couldn't resist. But my question is, who the hell was he actually congratulating? Because we know that NASA was gutted by Doge. They're barely holding things together budgetarily. And congratulations to the team at NASA. That's the team that's been cut and defunded and told to do more with less on their great and successful launch. Great. And look, Artemis 2, it is awesome. They've got a female mission specialist, Christina Koch, and then you have a black pilot, Victor Glover. By the way, Charlie Kirk, he'd be really, really upset about that little fact.
Like, I'm sorry, if I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
But back to the war that's costing $1 billion a day. Trump said they can't believe the power, strength, and brilliance. Who's they? The whole world, Iran, Walmart shoppers in Indiana? He never names the they who can't believe it. He just always talks about they. They are perpetually in awe. They have been incapable of belief seemingly since January 2025. One analyst described this speech as containing 4 points. The war is necessary. The war has already been won. Yet it must continue. And yet it'll wrap up soon. And those are the 4 points that Donald Trump has been making simultaneously for the last 30 plus days. The math of those 4 points doesn't work. If the war is already won, it shouldn't need to continue. If it's going to wrap up soon, there should be a plan. There's never been a damn plan. There's no exit strategy. There's no strategy on the Strait of Hormuz. I mean, there was a moment where Trump said that the strait will, quote, open up naturally, end quote, when the conflict is over. Which means he's relying on a maritime choke point to heal itself, like a pulled muscle. The Strait of Hormuz is not a pulled muscle. It does not heal with rest.
And in any event, when this conflict is over, the strait will open up naturally. It'll just open up naturally.
By the way, on Iran, Hegseth, he just fired his Army Chief of Staff. And we're in, week 5 of an active shooting war? He removed the Army's top general while the American service members are in combat in the Middle East. And they still won't explain why. And then, the best part. Trump wanted to do this speech to unify his party, to tell everyone how great he was. The GOP's reaction? What the hell did he just say? That wasn't coming from Democrats, by the way.
But we've done an amazing thing over there, and tonight I'm making a little speech at 9 o'clock, and basically I'm going to tell everybody how great I am. What a great job I've done. What a phenomenal job. What a phenomenal job I've done.
Senate Majority Leader Thune, he even had to tell the White House that he was giving them a reality check on Iran's political fallout. You have Republican senators bracing. Why? Because the speech moved nothing in the right directions. The market, it said so immediately. And what do I say immediately? I say immediately hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Tell me what you thought of Donald Trump's speech in the comments. All of those interactions really do matter.